Welcome, beautiful souls, you blessed souls. I am the magical medium, and I am here to provide spiritual guidance for you today. The white light oracle came to me. I was getting into my head. I was letting my ego rule my day, and I was like, I need a message, spirit. I need some guidance. And this beautiful deck called to me. And right when I opened up the box, literally like a card flipped out. And it was so amazing. I felt so connected to it. I felt protected. I felt like, okay, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then Spirit asked me to do a reading for it on my Tickety Talk. So there'll be a link below in the description box if you'd like to see that. It's like 7 minutes, but it was a reading for all of us. So today in real time, we are in the first quarter moon energy. Today is 7/7/2022. Yesterday was the 666 portal, and I was so frustrated with myself because it's like I think I've been so overwhelmed with everything in my personal life, and a lot of you that know me or have been following know I'm moving. So moving, they say, is like, and like I think it's the number one stressor. It's like the number one or number two. And so it can really even take, the most grounded person out of their, energy field if they allow it. And so I needed that message. I needed that clarity from spirit. So if you're also feeling a little off or a little unbalanced, we just came off some serious shit. Like seriously, April and May were just astrologically some of the most like tough energy we've ever experienced. At least I know I have in my 50 years on this planet. So quite intense. And I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. And I say this all the time, but it's true. It's not a light switch moment. We need our minds and our bodies and souls they need to take a minute and decompress. The 666 portal, all it did is it like kind of turned everything around. It was like, yeah, baby, we are here. And it's like, and so that energy, you probably got a burst of energy. I felt amazing yesterday. My fairy was like in full like regard, and I wasn't looking at the date and I wasn't paying attention, and then when I saw something later, I was like, oh my gosh. And so Spirit had me pull something together for the angel number 666, which is also on my Tickety Talk. I posted that yesterday. They're having me post on there daily for at least a little while. I'm not sure exactly what the story is, but I just do whatever I'm pulled to do, and that's what I'm pulled to do right now. And yeah, I realized like all the intensity that I was experiencing was just it was just too much. I was like, I need a break. Like, I need a vacation. I'm like, I need to breathe. I'm like, I feel like I can't breathe. And so, throat chakra, spirits tell me to speak my truth. And you guys know I like to tell you like what's really going on with me. And this is basically this is kind of my format right now that they're giving me, is that these are readings. My channel, The Magical Medium, on YouTube here, I provide picker readings. But the original video, the one you're watching right now, is always messages from spirit and what's going on with me and sharing my life with you so that you can, attain that information and apply it to your story. I've been going through quite a metamorphosis over the last few years, like really intensely. And this morning I had so many downloads from spirit that were so intense. I didn't even kind of know where to begin. And long story short, this process of us finding somewhere to live is kind of giving me, wow, look at that. What a word that. Thank you, spirit. Kind of giving me this advantage, I guess you'd say, over my old self. My old self, my third dimensional energy, my ego wants to control everything because 7 years ago, I set out on a mission. My partner and I, when we met, we were both almost like on a perfect alignment with our spiritual attainment at the time. We were very similar at very similar levels of consciousness. And what the one didn't know, the other one provided, and we were quite the yin and yang. And today, when I was thinking about the first quarter moon, I was researching more information, and I stumbled upon this website. And if spirit pulls me to, I'll put it below, but otherwise research it on your own, whatever feels good. But it was the imagery of the first quarter moon that really got to me today, about the equal parts light and dark, that balance. And that the first quarter moon it's not just about taking action or, working positively towards your goals. It's about, we're in a waning phase. Excuse me, we're in a waxing phase. Woo, baby. We're in a waxing phase. And waxing, according to this article, when I was reading it, it gave me a lot of insight. They were talking about how the waxing phase is masculine and the waning phase is feminine. That's what I took from it anyway. But I think that they're both. I think waxing and waning can be both feminine and masculine, but, I guess it's all in the way you look at things. But the first quarter moon is amazing because it's like we're halfway, to a full moon. And so we're waxing, we're gaining strength. And so I feel like they were saying, like, it was the yin and yang of it, like the yang, the strength of yang, right? Because yin and yang, yin is feminine and yang is masculine. And we all have it in our charts. So I really liked their depiction and their description of it. I thought it was really cool. But also, when I started to talk to the White Light Oracle, I realized that just because we're in a moon phase doesn't necessarily mean that we need to take it exactly at face value. For example, today is the first quarter moon, and it is all about taking action and, kind of looking at what intentions you set, and do you still want to stick with that? Or, you know what I mean? Do you need to change the game up a little bit? What do you need to keep? What do you need to let go of, kind of thing? But also there's this, like this atonement energy. Okay, who am I? When I look at equal parts of me, my light and my dark, who am I at the end of the day? And I know I like to do my Zoolander, who am I? But I'm getting kind of serious today, only because the White Light Oracle and this energy is so profound. And it's interesting because I haven't used this deck in quite a while. And Alana Fairchild came into my orbit the other day, and I don't think I've seen things from her. It was really bizarre how it happened. But anyway, long story short, I just sent her like a little note, like on her post, like, thank you, you're awesome, I love this deck, blah, blah, blah. She gave me a nice little heart. And then I was called to this, you know what I mean? And I have 30 something decks. So throat chakra, they want me to keep speaking my truth. It's not that I'm afraid. 806, by the way. And for those of you who are new here, 808 as well. When I spew out numbers, they're spirit numbers. You can look up angel number. You can look up the 8 spiritual meaning, 808, 806, like whatever feels good. 8 and 6 is 14. It's also the number 5. You know what I mean? It's like, it's wherever you want to go, wherever your intuition is taking you. And basically what I'm trying to say to you guys is, no action is also taking action. So if you're tired, if you're feeling fatigued, not all of you will be. We have different things in our chart, but over the last few months, we've been dealing with intensive energies. Scorpio, Mercury, Saturn, now we're going into the full moon in Sagittarius. Obviously Gemini, we're in Gemini energy right now. But there's other things. I'm not an astrologer, for the astrology people, please feel free to, even add more. The planets are all aligned, not all of them, but like, I think there's like 5 planets aligned right now until like the end of June. We're also at the end of spring in the Northern Hemisphere and fall in, the Southern Hemisphere. And so, that's a big transition period. Today is the 7th. So we're just a few, weeks away from the solstice, whether it's, summer or winter, depending on where you live. And that's a profound change, because I feel like spring and fall are our working months. And I feel like summer and winter are our like resting months, which is why in the winter, if you live somewhere that's cold, you're staying more inside, you're more to yourself, but when it's summertime, it's like the opposite. You want to be outside, but if it's too hot, you just kind of want to lay there. You just want to relax. But it's those in between periods, those seasons of spring and fall where, in spring we're planting the seeds, and fall we're reaping what we sow. And so this is a really magical time to be alive. And I keep telling my husband, I'm like, we got to believe in magic and miracles. But I realize how much I'm putting my own shit on him, because I'm like, I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm centered in my heart chakra. Like, I'm good. Which, by the way, this is rose quartz heart chakra. Work with your rose quartz if you get it. But inside I'm like, what the fuck's gonna happen? We have to move in 8 days. What's gonna happen? You still don't have anything. You know what I mean? And I'm so sorry to put that energy on you, but you feel me, right? It's like, it's different for all of us. Maybe you're in some situation where you're like, it's the end of something. But also 1044, which is also the number 9, right? Because we're almost there. And when we're almost there, it's like, when you're going on vacation. Oh, did you see that angel go flying in? That's another thing I'm telling you guys. Like, there's nothing flew up my face, but they wanted you to see that. Oh, because we believe in magic and miracles, and wherever two or more gather. Yes, we are witchy. We are powerful. We are here to heal ourselves and each other. 1104. Okay, so I realized how much I love myself and other people, but also how much I am affected by other people. And I do my best to stay centered and in my space and whatever. But if there is an energy that's constantly buzzing around me that feels uncomfortable, I have a really hard time focusing, 1131, and I have a hard time like being my true self. And it's something I'm working on. It's something that I've acknowledged that came out of this last Mercury retrograde, because when I'm on my own, when I'm doing my thing, when I am 100% myself, I stand in my truth. I stand in my strength. I stand, 1151, I stand in my courage and my heart center. And a story, like, my soul is this beautiful, flitty, lovey light being. But if there are people around me who are not ready to heal themselves, I am a big fucking mirror. And I am rubber, you are glue, and whatever bounces off of me sticks to you. And so some people take that as a course of an attack. I had a situation a few months ago where I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I wasn't heated so much as I was like upset. I was sad, and they're like, stop yelling at me. And I was like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm like, I'm upset. I'm like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm like, I'm upset. And I was like, wow. And then I just realized, I'm like, okay, they were saying what they need. And I was trying to say, this is who I am. And I'm like, wow, okay, we need to not be around each other. This is not a healthy environment for you or for me. And I want everyone to feel healthy and good. So the moral of this story is, getting our balance and our center is the most important thing for us to do moving forward. So give yourself some time to recover from that energy. And, like myself, my moon's in Scorpio. It was just a full moon in Scorpio during a Mercury retrograde. I'm born on the 13th. We had the only Friday the 13th of the year. Like, I had so many things that happened all at once. And at the same time, I'm still trying to keep focused, do my spirit work, trying to look for a place to live, know that we have to move by a certain date. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but just trying every day, meditating. And I was like, I had no idea how much work it was really taking. And also how much I was living in this scarcity mentality that I've been in for such a long time, that I didn't even realize I had done this dungeon, this prison that I put myself in. But however, I put myself there because I had to. Sometimes we have to go to a place in our mind and our body and our soul to actually learn and heal. And if we have things in our soul contract that we're meant to work with, then we need to work with them and not run away from them. Also, if you notice, we still have the peony. I'll tell you, man, this beautiful peony flower, because I only bought one, she has been worth her weight in gold. And look at her. She's still hanging on. Wait, hold on. I don't want to burn her. But it's been almost 2 weeks, and she is still hanging on. She's gorgeous. I mean, look at how green her leaves are. Oh, look, she just dropped one. Thank you, peony. She's like, if you shake me a little bit, you'll get that one too. She's so cute. But, I don't, as I said in some of my other readings, I don't normally buy fresh cut flowers. I'd rather buy the plant and let, enjoy it and whatever. But I was really called to this, and I've been using this peony energy. So look up the peony flower spiritual meaning if you haven't already. There's messages in there for us. It's about everlasting love and harmony, and that's what spirit wants for us. That is what Earth is. It was literally derived to be a teaching planet, but it was derived from love, from loving light beings, the Lemurians. They were one of the first beings to come onto this planet. From my soul knowledge, from my experience, from what my guides show me, the Lemurians were one of the first energy beings, light beings to come on Earth. Okay? And it was created to be this beautiful, utopian place for us to live in these avatars and have fun. And, whoever, I feel like Earth was designed and created by like witches and like creatives and dragons and unicorns and angels, you know what I mean? And like all the most beautiful, loving things of the universe. But also they created darkness because they wanted us to really get to the depths of our soul. I mean, in order for us to really understand ourselves and the universe, we need to do that. It's vital. It's vital for our well-being. But at the same time, that beautiful rose quartz bowl in front of us reminds us to be heart-centered, to work with our heart chakra, the green chakra, that good energy that hits you right in the middle, right? It's called the heart chakra because it's right next to our heart organ in our bodies, that chakra point. So this white light oracle, I don't know if they're going to have me do emojis or words or anything. I have no idea. But this is really about using your intuition and deciding which reading looks good to you. Maybe you're meant to go to all 4 of them. Who knows? I'm not going to tell you who you are. I will say this. Can I say this? They're so funny. They're like, yeah, but just a little bit. When I was putting these together, this was the only card that like this wolf, because I feel like they're all saying like, look into my eyes. Like they're saying just focus for a minute. They're telling me. So I'm telling you to focus as well. But which eyes spoke to you first? Which eyes spoke to you first? Which eyes spoke to you first? I think they may have me put that in the description box when you go down to your reading link. That's really awesome. Okay, so I'm like, there's so much to say. There's so much more to say. So I really want to get to your readings. If there's anything else that they want me to say to you guys, I will. But I am allowed to say, but this was the only one that when I went to move it, it said, don't move me, please. I was like, oh, okay. So, and it wasn't like, oh, that was like my card or that one spoke to me. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not there right now. Right now, I'm just, being a medium and a channel. But this one is definitely like, holy shit. So without further ado, is there anything else, Spirit, that you'd like me to say? Oh, they'd like me to clear with some energy. Little fairy energy. It's like the little fairy train. Clearing the energy. It even sounds like it's going chicka, 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 chicka. Okay. I apologize. Hold on. Okay. For you, it was a second. For me, I had to pause a few minutes. I, at the moment, live near an army base, and one of those big choppers was going overhead, and it was a little much. Sometimes they get so low that it's like my whole camper shakes. It's like, oh no. Anyway, so the only thing they wanted me to remind you of is to check out the Tickety Talk reading. Follow the link below. You don't have to download the TikTok app to watch TikTok, okay? The words, I think, come on the screen. Like, you don't have as many benefits or whatever, so you can download it, watch it, and undownload it. But if that doesn't bother you, it's really about the message anyway. But, check that out over there. And yeah, that's it. I feel like the other things we're going to talk about are going to be in each reading. And there are only going to be there will only be one card per reading. So there's 4 readings before you. So we have reading 1, reading 2, reading 3 and reading 4. All right, you guys, I love you so much. All of my information is in the description box below. If you have any questions for me, or if you'd like to book any time with me, email me at themagicalmedium@gmail.com. It's in there as well. And the link to your reading is in the description box below as well, and they will be numbered. Until then, I'll see you over there. Love you so much. Blessed be. Out.